Hello everybody, this is TT Lemon, and today I have a nice 3x4 door for you. It's too wide and goes like this. I made this with solulents after we made a 3x3 door using the redstone block method for the double retraction, and then I realised I could turn that into a 3x4, so this is the result of that. Essentially how it works is not the conventional method. It has a redstone block there, so when this is updated it extends, and then that is made to extend, and you see it does all this gubbins, and then it just does it in reverse. And don't worry if that happens, it will still close perfectly fine if those get updated. So yeah, it didn't take me too long to create. It uses quite a few little tricks to make it work, like it uses this redstone block here as a dual edge, as you can see, to power these bottom pistons. So I first turn it on, that'll go across, pulse this torch and fire the pistons, as you saw there. They're fired up. It also fires a pulse through the double extender circuit, but it doesn't work because the door is closed. When you open it, that'll pulse again, pull those down, but this time it will work with the double extender. And this bit of redstone here also helps the double extender by unpowering the piston when it gets pushed out to here. So you can see that. The retraction is quite complicated, and that's what has all these pistons here for updating things. Because now we don't have the lamps, it's harder to get piston updates in, so that's how I do it. Now, this is the only 3x4 door of this size I know of that actually has an input from the top. All the others have an input from below, so that could be an advantage to you if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, so I'll now put you into a tutorial. Right, to start off with this, in this tutorial you're going to need to build your piston arrangement around the outside of your door. This here will be the aperture that closes. You need pistons all along the bottom, and then just above that, double extender on each side with a piston on top, and then two pistons at the top. That should be easy to follow. Now once you've done that, I'm going to fill in the rest of the door, like so. And actually I'll just do this in green, because that will show you where the input is. And then that's where your lever is going to go, and this is the place where you're going to input. Next, you're going to want to get some slabs and place them on the side of that piston and the back piston, the double extender. On these, you're going to place repeater, redstone, block on top, going into another repeater. And then you're going to take the signal from this repeater into a block, like that, with a redstone, so it goes back through like that. And then you're going to place blocks up like this, redstone leading up. Then you're going to want to build a big long line like that with a block there up against this piston. Then we're going to go redstone, redstone, redstone. We've got 3 in a row like that. Then you want to fill in the gaps with repeaters on 2 ticks of delay. Summarize with 2 ticks of delay in the gaps facing towards the middle, like that. And that is part of your closing circuit, and this here is the opening. And next you want to place a normal piston, not a sticky one, like that, and this will update that piston. And also we then want to get a sticky piston, put it there, and then we want a redstone block, right, a redstone block right there. Now what I would suggest do for the moment, I'm just going to put some obsidian there while we're building it. I'll move that at the end because sometimes that piston gets pushed up in the process of building it and you don't want that. So now we've got that bit there, we can start on the closing circuit. Oh, and also another part of this circuit, you need a piston facing backwards there. That has to be a null. Well, it could be any piston, but it's just easier if it's a null piston. So you've got one there, one there. It's a lot of pistons. And then you're going to want to take an output from this block, redstone block, into a line like that. And then you're going to want to do that and go down and place redstone. And then a torch there. Just place that so it will pull that back down. And then that torch is a dual edge from this here. And that will go into a line of redstone into that block. So this piston will fire that up and then it will run along here and fire that one. And then you want to come along like this, another piece of redstone and 3 ticks of delay there. Now that's going to go into a block with a torch on, which will go into a block with a torch facing on this side, and then place your block there. And that is one side completed. You just give it a test run. And place your redstone there. Now, there's one part I forgot to do, which you may have noticed, is you want to place a block there, repeater, and that will stop it going into a clock like that. So that was a good way of showing you how the door actually works. Essentially this starts a clock, but then this stops it halfway through, and that's how you get the double retraction. There you go, inside the door built. We're going to mirror that on the other side, but I'll tell you, which I'll do by myself and then show you at the end. Alright, so I've now mirrored that on the other side. You should be able to do the same but flip. You should be able to follow that. If you have any questions about it, just put them in the comments and I should be able to answer every one if you've got any queries. If it doesn't work, I must warn you, if you're on a bucket server at the moment, this won't work, because for some reason on all bucket servers at the moment the way pistons update each other has changed a bit. That should be fixed soon by the bucket team, so it will be usable on bucket servers. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you want more, and this has been TT Lemon.